The drama has reached an unprecedented level as Claressa Shields publicly comes forward, claiming that Remy Ma and Eazy allegedly attempted to orchestrate an attack on Papoose, and that the shocking ICU incident was not an accident but a meticulously planned setup. The revelations have sent shockwaves through the music and sports communities, leaving fans, insiders, and the media reeling in disbelief. The intensity of Claressa's accusations has turned what was already a high-profile scandal into a full-blown crisis that now involves multiple layers of betrayal, alleged criminal activity, and public deception. According to Claressa, the events leading to Papoose's hospitalization were orchestrated, challenging the narrative that has circulated in the public sphere. She alleges that Remy Ma and Eazy were directly involved in planning the attack, leaving Papoose vulnerable and in critical danger. The implications of this claim are staggering, as it not only questions the intentions of those involved, but also exposes the depth of manipulation and secrecy behind the scenes. Fans and observers are scrambling to understand how fame, rivalry, and betrayal could escalate to such a dangerous level, highlighting the deadly intersection of personal vendettas and public exposure. Social media erupted instantly, with debates, shock, and speculation spreading like wildfire. Some fans express disbelief and demand evidence, while others trust Claressa's account, fearing for Papoose's safety and questioning the integrity of those involved. The situation has created an emotional and chaotic storm, with trust-shattered reputations on the line, and consequences that could extend far beyond the initial ICU incident. Prepare for a full unraveling of betrayal, danger, and explosive revelations as Claressa Shields' No Secrets, exposing a setup that has left the entire world stunned. The hip-hop world was thrown into chaos when Claressa Shields made a shocking public statement, revealing that the recent ICU incident involving Papoose was not an accident, but a calculated setup allegedly orchestrated by Remy Ma and Eazy. The revelation immediately ignited a firestorm across social media, entertainment news outlets, and fan communities, as people struggled to comprehend the seriousness and audacity of the claims. According to Claressa, the events that led to Papoose's hospitalization were far from coincidental. Instead, they were part of a meticulously planned scheme designed to place him in harm's way. The gravity of Claressa's accusation cannot be overstated. Papoose, a respected figure in the hip-hop community, found himself at the center of what Claressa claims was a life-threatening conspiracy. Insider sources indicate that the ICU incident was carefully staged to give the appearance of an accident while placing him in immediate danger. The sheer audacity of such a plan shocked fans and industry insiders alike, highlighting a level of manipulation and malice that many struggle to reconcile with the public. Personas of those involved, Claressa described the plot in vivid detail, alleging that communications, meetings, and preparations had been underway well before the ICU attack occurred. According to her account, Remy Ma and Eazy coordinated the timing, location, and circumstances to ensure maximum impact, aiming to destabilize Papoose both physically and emotionally. The revelation painted a picture of a deliberate attempt to exploit trust and manipulate events, raising questions about motives, loyalty, and the lengths people might go to in the heat of rivalry or revenge. Social media reacted immediately, with reactions ranging from disbelief and outrage to fear and concern for Papoose's well-being. Fans speculated endlessly about the plausibility of Claressa's claims, dissecting past interactions, conflicts, and public statements from all parties involved. Some expressed deep sympathy for Papoose, acknowledging the trauma of realizing that those closest to him could have allegedly plotted against his life. Others focused on the alleged involvement of Remy Ma and Eazy, debating the credibility of the accusations and the potential consequences should law enforcement take further action. Insiders and friends close to Papoose reportedly confirmed that he was shaken to the core after hearing Claressa's account. The ICU incident, which initially seemed like a tragic accident or unfortunate timing, suddenly took on a sinister dimension. leaving him questioning loyalties, intentions, and the safety of those around him. The emotional toll was immense, as he not only dealt with his own physical recovery, but also the psychological impact of discovering what Claressa claims was a deliberate attempt to endanger his life. For Claressa Shields, the decision to go public was not made lightly. She emphasized that her priority was exposing the truth and ensuring Papoose's safety, as well as alerting the public to the severity of the alleged conspiracy. By coming forward, she risked immense backlash, skepticism, and potential retaliation. Yet she insisted that transparency and protection for those involved outweighed the personal cost. Her bold move placed her at the center of the narrative, transforming her from an observer into a key figure in one of the most explosive scandals the hip-hop world had seen in years. The legal ramifications of Claressa's revelation are significant. Allegations of orchestrated attacks, intentional endangerment, and potential criminal involvement open the door for law enforcement investigations. While authorities have not yet confirmed the full scope of the claims, the seriousness of the accusation means that official scrutiny is likely, and the individuals implicated could face both legal and reputational consequences. The public is left to speculate about the evidence, credibility, and possible outcomes as the story continues to unfold. Industry insiders have noted that this type of scandal is rare, even in a world accustomed to drama, rivalry, and conflict. The combination of celebrity status, life-threatening allegations, and public exposure creates an unprecedented scenario where emotions, loyalty, and accountability collide. Every interaction, statement, and past event is now subject to reinterpretation. Fans and insiders try to piece together the timeline and motivations behind the alleged plot. The fallout is complex, affecting personal relationships, professional alliances, and public perception on a massive scale. Meanwhile, Eazy and Remy Ma's teams are reportedly in crisis mode, attempting to manage the narrative while navigating legal counsel and media attention. The pressure is intense, as any statement could be interpreted as an admission of guilt or further incrimination. In such a high-stakes situation, every action carries weight, and the balance between defending oneself and avoiding escalation is delicate. The world is watching, and the public's reaction could have lasting effects on reputations, careers, and personal relationships. Fans continue to dissect every piece of information, comparing Claressa's account to past conflicts, social media posts, and known tensions. The speculation has fueled intense debates about credibility, motive, and the potential consequences for everyone involved. Some express fear for Papoose's safety, while others focus on the alleged premeditation by Remy Ma and Eazy, questioning whether the ICU incident could have been prevented. The narrative is evolving rapidly, with new details emerging and every new development adding layers of complexity to an already explosive situation. As Part 1 concludes, the stage is set for further escalation. The revelation by Claressa Shields has altered the dynamics between Papoose, Remy Ma, and Eazy, creating a volatile mix of fear, anger, and anticipation. The fallout from the ICU attack is far from over, and the next chapters promise more emotional confrontations, public scrutiny, and potentially life-changing decisions. The story is not just about scandal, it's about trust, loyalty, and the shocking lengths people may go to when fame, rivalry, and personal vendettas collide. The fallout from Claressa Shields' explosive revelation continued to escalate as details of the alleged plot against Papoose became a focal point of discussion across social media, news outlets, and insider circles. According to Claressa, the ICU incident was far from an accident and was instead orchestrated to create maximum emotional and physical impact. The gravity of these claims sent shockwaves not just through the hip-hop world, but also into mainstream media, leaving fans and industry insiders grappling with the reality that someone could allegedly go to such lengths to target a well-known figure like Papoose. Claressa outlined the supposed coordination behind the attack, claiming that Remy Ma and Eazy had planned the incident meticulously, down to the timing and the circumstances that would ensure Papoose would be caught off guard. The level of detail she provided left both supporters and skeptics stunned. Some questioned whether such a plot could have actually been executed without detection, while others believed Claressa's account, citing her credibility and history of standing firm in high-pressure situations. Her bold decision to go public reflected not only a desire to protect Papoose, but also a commitment to exposing the truth, no matter how him in a precarious state, requiring support from close friends, family, and advisors who were also grappling with the enormity of the taties. If the public's reaction to Claressa's claims was immediate and divided, fans flooded social media with debates, theories, and opinions. Many expressed concern for Papoose, emphasizing the need for security and emotional support during a time of unprecedented personal danger. Others focused on the alleged involvement of Remy Ma and Eazy, questioning their motives and the credibility of the accusation. The polarization of opinions intensified the media scrutiny, creating a high-pressure environment where every statement, post, or reaction was analyzed for clues or inconsistencies. From a legal perspective, the implications were severe. Allegations of attempted harm, conspiracy, and premeditated attack, if substantiated, could carry significant criminal consequences. While law enforcement has not confirmed every detail publicly, the seriousness of the accusations ensures that official investigations are inevitable. Remy Ma and Eazy's teams reportedly engaged legal counsel immediately, assessing the situation, preparing statements, and evaluating potential risk exposure. Every action taken was calculated, knowing that even minor missteps could have far-reaching consequences in both legal and public spheres. Claressa Shields' role as the whistleblower placed her in a complex position. By revealing the alleged plot, she risked retaliation, criticism, and public scrutiny. Yet she emphasized that her priority was protecting Papoose and ensuring the truth was known. Her courage in stepping forward underscored the high stakes involved, demonstrating a commitment to justice and safety over personal convenience or public perception. This decision immediately elevated her as a central figure in the unfolding scandal, with both supporters and critics closely watching her next moves. The emotional stakes continued to rise as insider accounts suggested that tensions between the parties involved were reaching a breaking point. Private confrontations reportedly occurred with heated discussions about loyalty, betrayal, and accountability. The psychological toll on all individuals involved was immense, as the leak and public exposure magnified both personal and professional pressures. Each party had to navigate a delicate balance between emotional expression, strategic response, and public presentation, knowing that missteps could exacerbate the already volatile situation. Media outlets capitalized on the explosive nature of the story, amplifying every detail and driving engagement through sensational coverage. Interviews, social media reactions, insider leaks contributed to a climate of heightened tension where rumor and fact often blended together. Fans and observers analyzed every interaction, social media post, and public appearance, attempting to discern motives, credibility, and potential next moves. The combination of criminal allegations, celebrity status, and public exposure created a perfect storm, ensuring that the story would dominate headlines and social conversation for weeks to come. Papoose's safety became a focal point, with friends and security teams reportedly implementing heightened measures to prevent further incidents. Claressa Shields' involvement added an additional layer of protection and oversight, as she reportedly coordinated with his inner circle to ensure his well-being. The emotional support system surrounding him was crucial, as the psychological impact of being allegedly targeted left him vulnerable and in need of reassurance, guidance, and protection from trusted allies. The alleged plot also sparked broader discussions about trust, rivalry, and accountability in the world of fame. Fans debated how personal disputes could escalate into potentially life-threatening situations, with social media amplifying every claim and counterclaim. The drama highlighted the dark side of celebrity conflicts, showing how public personas private grudges and high stakes can intersect in dangerous ways. Conversations ranged from ethical considerations to psychological analysis, as observers tried to make sense of how relationships and loyalties could fracture so severely. As Part 2 concludes, the situation is poised for even greater intensity, with Claressa Shields' revelations casting a long shadow over Papoose, Remy Ma, and Eazy. The emotional, legal, and public stakes continue to rise. Fans and insiders remain captivated, watching closely as every move and statement shapes the unfolding narrative. Trust has been shattered, reputations hang in the balance, and the path forward promises more confrontations, revelations, and high-stakes drama that will define the next chapter of this explosive saga. The explosive fallout from Claressa Shields' revelation regarding the alleged setup of the ICU attack on Papoose continued to escalate as the story dominated headlines and social media. According to Claressa, Remy Ma and Eazy had orchestrated the entire incident with precision, creating a situation that put Papoose's life at risk and shook the hip-hop community to its core. The intensity of these allegations sent shockwaves through both music and sports circles, leaving fans, insiders, and the media grappling with a narrative that blurred the lines between rivalry, betrayal, and alleged criminal intent. For Papoose, the aftermath of the ICU incident was overwhelming. He not only faced the physical effects of the attack, but also the psychological impact of realizing that people he once trusted could allegedly plan to harm him. Sources close to him described a period of intense emotional strain, with fear, anger, and confusion all coexisting as he navigated the unfolding crisis. Friends and family reportedly stepped in to provide constant support, reinforcing security measures and helping him process the revelations. The emotional and psychological stakes were immense, and the need for careful navigation of both personal safety and public perception became paramount. Claressa Shields, meanwhile, positioned herself as a central figure in exposing the alleged conspiracy. Her public disclosure highlighted a commitment to truth and protection, despite the personal risk involved. By going public, she not only ensured that Papoose's side of the story was represented, but also created accountability for the alleged actions of Remy Ma and Eazy. This bold decision elevated Claressa's role from observer to whistleblower, intensifying the drama and placing her at the heart of the public narrative. Fans and insiders alike watched closely as she provided details, supported her claims with accounts of events, and maintained pressure on those implicated. The response from Remy Ma and Eazy's camps was immediate and calculated. Legal counsel, crisis management teams, and public relations advisors scrambled to assess potential damage, craft official statements, and mitigate the impact of Claressa's revelations. Every public move was scrutinized, with advisors weighing the risk of further escalation against the need to protect reputations and minimize legal exposure. The high-pressure environment underscored the precarious nature of fame, as even minor missteps could compound public and legal challenges in a situation already fraught with tension and scrutiny. Social media exploded with debate, speculation, and analysis. Fans dissected every aspect of the incident, from Claressa's statements to previous interactions between Papoose, Remy Ma, and Eazy. The polarized reactions reflected deep divisions within fan communities. Some questioned the credibility of Claressa's account, demanding evidence and cautioning against immediate judgment, while others accepted her version of events, expressing outrage at the alleged plot and concern for Papoose's safety. The intensity of public engagement ensured that the story would remain in the spotlight, with every new development sparking additional waves of discussion and speculation. The emotional toll extended beyond the individuals directly involved. Friends, family members, and collaborators found themselves navigating the ripple effects of the scandal. Tensions flared behind the scenes, with private confrontations reportedly addressing loyalty, trust, and accountability. The situation illuminated the fragile dynamics within high-profile circles, where personal relationships, professional alliances, and public perception intersect in ways that can have serious consequences. The alleged orchestration of an attack heightened the stakes, demonstrating just how quickly private disputes can escalate into public crises. Legally, the implications of Claressa's claims were severe. Allegations of premeditated attacks, conspiracy, and intentional endangerment could result in significant consequences if law enforcement determines that there is credible evidence to pursue charges. While authorities have not fully confirmed the extent of their investigations, the seriousness of the allegations ensures that the situation remains under close scrutiny. Legal analysts and industry insiders have emphasized the importance of careful navigation, noting that every statement, action, and piece of evidence could play a role in shaping outcomes for all parties involved. As the story continued to unfold, the emotional intensity remained high. Papoose focused on recovery and security. Claressa Shields maintained her role as the whistleblower. And Remy Ma and Eazy managed the pressures of public scrutiny and potential legal exposure. The intertwined nature of fame, rivalry, and criminal allegations created a volatile situation. The public remained captivated, dissecting every move and statement with relentless attention. Fans and observers analyzed interactions, social media activity, and historical context to form opinions and speculate on motives. The dramatic combination of personal betrayal, public exposure, and alleged criminal behavior ensured that the story transcended ordinary celebrity scandal, becoming a high-stakes saga with implications for reputation, safety, and legal accountability. The tension, suspense, and emotional stakes kept audiences engaged, eager for each new update and development. As Part 3 closes, the story stands as one of the most explosive and shocking scandals in recent hip-hop history. The alleged setup of the ICU incident, Claressa Shields' public exposure, and the emotional, legal, and reputational fallout have created a situation of unprecedented intensity. Trust has been shattered, relationships altered, and public perception reshaped, leaving everyone involved navigating a landscape fraught with uncertainty, danger, and high-stakes drama. Fans, insiders, and media alike remain glued to every development, fully aware that the next chapter could further escalate an already explosive narrative. The shocking revelations from Claressa Shields regarding the alleged ICU setup against Papoose have sent the hip-hop and sports communities into a frenzy. The explosive claims that Remy Ma and Eazy orchestrated a life-threatening attack highlight the dangerous intersection of personal rivalry, fame, and public exposure. Fans are left questioning loyalties, motives, and the lengths individuals will go to in the heat of conflict, while the emotional and legal stakes continue to rise for everyone involved. As the story continues to unfold, the consequences for those implicated are immense. Papoose must navigate the aftermath of a near-fatal incident while processing the emotional impact of betrayal and danger. Claressa Shields, as the whistleblower, stands at the center of the narrative, risking backlash while exposing what she claims to be the truth. Meanwhile, Remy Ma and Eazy face intense scrutiny, legal considerations, and reputational challenges, all under the unrelenting gaze of a captivated public. Stay tuned as this saga develops, revealing confrontations, legal proceedings, and further explosive details. The unfolding events serve as a stark reminder of the volatility of celebrity disputes, the importance of trust, and the high-stakes consequences of actions taken in secrecy. Each development offers insight into the complex dynamics of loyalty, rivalry, and accountability in the world of fame. Follow closely to witness how decisions, revelations, and responses continue to shape the lives and careers of Papoose, Claressa Shields, Remy Ma, and Eazy, as this high-profile story of danger, betrayal, and explosive drama continues to unfold in real time.